So we are going to go into map 2, this on Grim Dungeons, DX versus Neutralizers in the ESL Activity Matters Cup 3 on this Monday night. Let's have a look at the teams again. Geenic, Zix, Avec and Alpha Omega for DX, for Neutralizers, Empish, Noctis, Silencep and Dibby. We've just seen Neutralizers hit the mercy limit over Dioxide on the first map, Purgatory. Pretty dominant victory. Very controlled at the same time. It wasn't a rushed, silly play that just got lucky. It was pretty clear tactically. I mean, they won all the items as well. Vast majority of reds. They had more yellows, I think, as well. But it's really the power-up play that was the main difference between the teams, or.
Yeah, and moving on to the Grim Dungeons, which is another double power-up map this, and if they don't improve their power-up plan on this map, you know, we could be looking at a similar scoreline. Although I doubt that will happen, but, you know, really can't afford to have power-ups like they just had on Purgatory.
It's difficult to imagine that happening on this map.
Yeah.
I mean, the architecture alone just forces you to at least play for one of the power-ups at a time, so they'd have to really, really mess it up big time, especially with the fact that this map is from the old Quake 3 days, so it's been around a long time. We've got a lot of experience on it. I can't see them being that bad on the power-ups. But still, any extra power-ups, double power-ups you can get on this map is going to count for a lot.
Yeah, and if we see a power-up delay, similar to what we saw on Purgatory, then, you know, good teams on this map will actually come away with both power-ups more often than not if the time difference between the two power-ups is significant. You know, we saw a difference of about 10 seconds on Purgatory at one stage, and 10 seconds on this map also would be devastating. It forces you to play for that power-up that comes up first, and then more often than not you'll see that power-up taken straight to the other and come away with both.
So, would you say one team's going to play for it, or is it just too much of a risk to play for that kind of setup?
Well, I always think it's risky, and it's something you only do generally to change the course of a game. If you're losing, you take that risk that you can come away with both power-ups. If you delay one, you know, maybe you delay the quad initially, and then each time you set up the battlesuit and take over the quad, or you can do it the other way around as well, although usually that's not how we see it happen on this map.
Because nEu in effect have more to play with, they have a map victory already, they could afford to lose this map in essence, so they might take more risks in areas like that.
Excellent.
Yeah, possibly. Depends on mentality, I guess. Some people would play conservatively and make the opponent, you know, who have to win the map, make the mistakes perhaps, or, you know, as you say, take more risks themselves, knowing they could go to a third map if needed, if anything goes wrong.
So I don't know what we're going to do, waiting for... Oh, Detour's joined up in place of Empish. That's the substitute for Neutralizers. Just waiting for him to ready up, and then we'll be off on Grim Dungeons. Which, by the way, we have done a little map guide for. Well, when I say little, I mean, you know, close to 3-hour map guide.
I remember that.
That was a nice day out.
Wasn't it?
That was pretty recently, yeah. Couple of weeks ago, maybe?
A month ago now, isn't it?
Really? That long ago? Anyway, that's on our YouTube channel. So go check that out when you have a few hours to waste away.
Which I'm sure you do.
I'm sure you all do. Nobody watching this has any kind of life. Including us.
3, 2,
Definitely.
1. Fight.
Let's go in. Geenic getting the spawn. Misses out on that rocket though. Noctis is going to school him. Really nice play. And he passes off his rocket.
Oh wow, nice rail in from Avec.
Had to hit that second rail as well. And there the third on Dibby, but he has given it away. Dibby was the guy who picked up the rocket launch off. Noctis also the red, and it's just going to be a big fight over this red room.
Yeah, but at the moment, oh wow, I was going to say DX looked like they're potentially coming out on top, but that kill by Noctis kind of changed things.
So they're gonna,
dead even.
Yeah, they've taken the second red, and I thought Zix was going to move towards the yellow. Seemed like he didn't in the end. Noctis waiting down at the battlesuit with the shaft in hand. Gotta be careful, those rockets flying about. Does actually get taken out by one of them. Avek's there, waiting on the spot. This could be risky, but it's worked out fine. Silencep with the quad. I'm going to switch around and have a look at what Avek's doing. Red's up in a couple of seconds, so he's going to be very nicely stacked. Switch back to the quad. He's in the underground area. He's picked up 4 frags now, in fact, with this quad. Let's follow him out. Back to the second LG spawn. Whoa! Oh my god! Great dodging.
Yeah, hasn't even thought about going to red, but
6
you know,
frags.
despite that, yeah, exactly 6 frags without having to go to red, and that's, in my mind, that's not great play by DX if that's happened.
They've just given him the frags. They should have made him work for it. Should have drawn him in, or the battlesuit could have come out and been the guy to face him. But it seemed like, yeah, he must have got a few easy kills in the underground area before we switched to him. Is all I can imagine. There didn't seem to be anybody at quad particularly when we followed him. Anyway, Silencep not that strong. Detour is quite strong, 180. Shotgun and LG.
Yeah, and with the way this game looks to be shaping up, it's just going to be neutralizers stacking someone up again for that quad, and you know, maybe they'll do the same thing again, not even need to go to red to pick up the frags with quad.
Yeah, I'm going to cycle around a little bit. Dibby's not got too much. Noctis has just been killed at the rail position, so cycle around some of the DX players. Geenic going to grab this red. He's got a shotgun, which isn't going to be that useful in the position he's in. Zix in an ambush position with the rocket launcher in the shotgun room. He can just hear his opponents moving around there, but they're probably not going to come...
Exactly, no one's looked to go aggressive into red at any point from neutralizers, so I'm not sure this position's going to work out.
Well, I just missed the opportunity,
Just
ironically.
at the wrong time.
Let's switch around to Avek, who has got 84 armor on top of that. He's got 5 seconds to go before the battlesuit. He's going to grab this last red before battlesuit. It might put a tiny delay on it. In fact, he almost missed out on position on it. Surely took damage from that. Detour. Yeah, he did get railed from it. Detour didn't rush through it. Switch back to Detour. He's taken this underground route. He hasn't been spotted, so this could be a good attack coming in here. Where's the battlesuit? Does get the frag on Zix. There's the battlesuit. Avek, nice bit of shaft, and actually the quad's been eliminated without the battlesuit really having to do too much.
No, it's all Geenic in his back with shotgun.
Avek against Noctis. Avek comes out on top. Obviously.
Just like in Duel.
Is it? Is it really, though? And DX still in control of what many teams would class as the primary location on the map, the red armor.
Yeah, although I don't think there's too much of a difference between the two sides. It's always, to me, whichever side has the power-up spawning first. If you consider Battlesuit to be the red side of the map, then I think the better side is wherever the power-up spawns first.
They've made a move in here into this red armor room. Avek does hit a couple of shots before backing off, just surviving out. This is probably the best thing he can do. Does get caught out though, and Noctis drops in on that red. Nice bit of shaft damage straight away. It just stops him from getting any advantage from that armor at all. Wow, Alpha Amiga is flicking around with that LG. Target to target. Silencep mopping up that 50, interestingly, but...
Yeah, he almost got the ambush there low as well on players dropping down for health. But unless neutralizers had someone stacking for quad, I kind of think this favours DX. This little
DX are in the quad room at the moment. Noctis coming up the bounce, but he seemed to be the stack player with the weapon. Zix did a lot of damage to both of them. Detour might be the guy to take the quad. Now what are they doing? Just blowing up in front of him. Noctis. Oh, Avek's been... Terrible jump. That was the mistake.
Was it? Because he jumped to the side and it wasn't even knocked in by the machine gun. Not a strong quad though at the moment with Dibby, so DX can actually look to try and counter this at the red potentially.
He will know the battlesuit's down, so he will be trying to get advantage here. Avek in the back of the quad though. Dibby didn't know what hit him. And both power-ups eliminated without really doing anything there. Just keep following Avek as he moves around through this lightning gun room. Seems like nEu do have control of that red room. By the looks of the DX players. I'm going to cycle around and have a look at them yet. Noctis just looking for health. Silencep in this shotgun doorway through to quad. Nice rockets by Silence. He could have been eliminated there. He's going to pass his weapon to Noctis. Dettor's got no armor in the rail position. They're not looking too armored. In fact, Dibby does have 100 armor now with that red armor. He hasn't even got a weapon though. Let's cycle back. Geenic just waiting on this yellow. He's got 15 armor to his name. Zix also not too much armor going around. Really, I don't know why there's so little armor with anybody. Avic's got 50 in the underground position, so there's no delay between the parts, particularly just a second. Do you change anything yet?
No, I mean, the game's too close to, in my opinion, really think about doing anything risky.
Avic just blocking off this doorway, stopping any kind of rush. It is like 50. Nice! Oh my god! Silencep got... Oh, Avic's absolutely annihilating them here. He's taken out 3 of their players. He's severely injured Silencep as well. Oh my god, how the hell has he taken that? Get out of the shots. Right, Zix comes out on top with that quad, and Noctis with the battlesuit. That was insane by, like, first Avic
big
and then
sharp damage.
and switch around to the quad away from the battlesuit. Zix not too strong in health and armor though. He does take out the battlesuit. He's only got 4 health. Is the 50 up? It is. Oh my god, that was so big. Now can he move? What is he doing? Interesting.
Yeah, well, I can understand it because obviously there was a chance Dibby could have picked up the kill on him and they'd lose the gun.
It seems a bit strange to then go and take the LG ammo on top of that, but
Yeah. I just called it very generous that he was willing to give away the LG while he still had quad.
it seems a little bit flustered, though.
Blasted.
Flustered, it's one of my favourite words. There's about a 9 frag margin just in favour of DX, who do control this red room at the moment. I think they'll be happy with that. They've looked pretty comfortable on the red room. Zix just taking a free rail shot, didn't do any damage. He's had to back off. Avic now takes over, but he takes a rail shot from Dibby. Let's cycle around, have a look at what the nEu players are doing. Noctis got a nice bit of armor there, 80 on the board. He's got a shaft already. He's just going to wait for this yellow. Dibby blocking off that doorway high. It's a pretty typical 2-2 split there. Oh my god, Noctis. Not the greatest grenades ever. That's amazing how many players died there from nEu on that quad defense by Avic. Just before. Are they going to rush DX, knowing what happened last time nEu did and what they did to them? They're not even going to come through and challenge this, are they? Noctis takes it easily. Probably setting up for the battlesuit already, but...
Wow, double.
And he's stacked. What? How did that happen?
They didn't knock him in the void either.
He's desperately trying to get up there. He is taken out, but here's the quad. Noctis still alive, 100-100. Oh!
That's a big railgun though from Alpha Omega.
Popped up in the air there, 7 frag margin. They brought it back slightly over these power-ups. Might be able to get another great rocket, great second rocket as well. The yellow is up. He's going to grab that. Could this be a small time they control the yellow and the red? Let's have a look. I heard the lower yellow taken there. Not just moving back to this red room. Might be under attack any second now. It is. Great opportunity to bring the score back. There's only a 4 frag difference now. 2 players down at rail. Not just hitting a nice rocket on them.
Yeah, and you have to say that after that attack on red was shut down by Noctis and his teammates, that puts DX in a pretty bad position. You know, it's only just going to allow them enough time to get someone stacked for quad, hopefully. And potential for Neutralizer's attack into quad before that happens, but I'm not sure they'll do that. I think they'll just keep it safe at the moment. There's no reason to take a huge risk like attacking quad and giving away a lot of frags.
Yeah, they're not going to be attacking it, especially as you look at most of their team. Noctis has got a nice bit of armor and health, etc., but most of them don't.
That's a good rocket as well.
They were just cycling around, so we missed it. Avic just spamming grenades through.
I mean, Noctis, it looked like he was considering trying to rail onto the quad, but he's just going to make sure he takes suit.
Detor's done a hell of a lot of damage, just moved in underground. In fact, it looks like they are moving in. Geenic takes it. Noctis with a really stacked battlesuit. In fact, Red will be up in a second. He probably just wants to give it to a teammate. Don't really need any more armor than he's got. Although we'll see when the quad turns up. Oh, one rocket straight away killed. Another frag there for Noctis. 3 frags is the difference. He's going to try and move out surely now the teams are tied. That battlesuit runs out.
And it leaves Neutralizers in the lead this and in control of Red, so as I said, it's good solid play from them. I mean, they didn't ever consider doing anything too outlandish at this stage of the game, like throwing everyone at the quad. And
they did commit some players though, doing quite a lot of damage actually to not the actual quad runner, but the other DX players.
Throwing your whole team in there trying to take it and get both power-ups or whatever.
The only reason they're really able to do that as well is this sort of inaction by DX. DX didn't make a decision to go to battlesuit, which meant they could easily commit a couple of players just to move through and try and strike early while getting a comfortable battlesuit pickup themselves. And it's a 3 frag advantage to Neutralizers. Noctis not going to lose his stack here, he's just going to play this one safe.
Exactly the right thing to do. The more players they have stacked for these power-ups, the better. You know, not just for choices of who takes the power-up,
Avek's been taken out by Noctis' rail.
To also allow his team to counter the other power-up, it helps to have more than one stat player.
Silensep supporting Noctis in this position as well. Is he going to hit another shot? Predicted the right position for that rocket. He's only got 1 rocket shot left. He does have a shaft though. In behind you can see his teammate moving through. Looks like Noctis is going to back off for this battlesuit. And Zix again not too stacked. Oh!
That was risky, that rocket by Divi.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would have fired it. Did turn out alright though. Is the quad up above him? Drops down. Zix really probably didn't want to, and he is taken out by the battlesuit. Now over the shotgun room. Divi's surely going to clean up.
And he can push back to quad as well, which is a real problem for DX now, is to get Divi out of his position.
Yeah, and the upper yellow's up in only 5 seconds, just after the battlesuit runs out. So that's worked out really good for Divi. There it is, mate. Just baiting Alpha Omega in there.
And Alpha Omega on his own can't do anything. It's going to take 2 or 3 to push him away.
Let's see, will they even try, or will the red team try? Zix managed to kill Geenic on the other side of the map somewhere. I'm going to cycle around, have a look at what they're going. They're going to go up the bounce pad, in fact. Geenic going down straight away. Noctis getting a frag on Zix. Where's Avek gone? Alpha Omega eliminated. Noctis picking up the rail. Let's cycle around a little bit more. Geenic with nothing. Zix with nothing. Avek with nothing. Avek with dead. Let's switch back. Silence set. 176.
Because he's still at quad.
Divi's still here, and he's got support from teammates now. It's 40 seconds before quad. This is a nightmare scenario for DX at the moment. They can't
the game's
do anything.
being lost right now, and unless they can get rid of him in the next 10 seconds or so, the game could just be over.
The big mistake here, what was it for? Letting him stay there straight away. They should have rushed in when Alpha Omega did with all their players.
Look, Zix now on his own. I mean,
Easy kill.
This is not going to get rid of him.
He's picked up 2 yellows in that time and 2 LGs since he's been there, and it's 10 seconds to go before quad. If he gets a little bit of support, I mean, he might not even need that support, because still DX aren't coming, only Avek. There he goes, Silensep is supporting him. In fact, Silensep is going to take this quad, easy pickup. Are they challenging the battlesuit? They aren't able to do anything. Noctis picks it up. I'm going to switch around to the quad, I think. Silensep looking for the frag. Zix goes down. He's got 2 frags on the board. Going to get a 3rd here. Off the spawn. This lower area is a prime location for spawners. No one is there at the moment, though. Upper yellow still in the hands of Neutralizers. This is one of them, the game, this. Oh my god, Silensep, nice play. Picking up that lower yellow as well now.
Yeah, there's nothing they could do about this. They should have, you know, a minute plus ago, got rid of Dibby from the quad LG position. You know, all it takes is 3 people with machine gun, not one at a time like they were doing, because, you know, one at a time, that's just easy kills. But 3 people, they will force you back, even if you have got the yellow and the LG.
And then you've got that upper yellow secure. You probably get the lower yellow soon after, but the main thing is the upper yellow has got the lightning gun and it has got the quad. Solid set, moving back round, going to take that red armor off his 2 teammates who both desperately wanted it as well.
Yeah, all 3 of them straight there trying to pick it up.
It's too easy at the moment really for neutralizers. I mean, Silencer has hardly taken any damage in the time I've been watching him. But how many kills has he picked up?
Many, to say the least.
More than you could count on your fingers and toes for.
Definitely. Actually, some sort of hideous mutation.
And if you are, but you're watching our stream, we don't have a problem with that. As long as you watch our stream, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, 5 seconds to go before quad. Silencer decides just to get that yellow. That might miss out on him getting the quad here. But he's not silly enough to try and risk going up and getting it, even at this stage with this kind of lead. Ginnick dropping down, almost catches Silencep. In fact, Zix, I think, got the frag on him.
I'm also saying it's the other way around this. Silencep almost catching him because he could have pushed him into the void.
That's
what he was down there waiting for the opportunity to do.
Well, it's good play then by DX. Here we go, Dibby moving in with his battle suit. Comes up, get 2 players down straight away, and the quad could follow here if he hits his rockets. He doesn't. Oh my god, crazy rocket jump. The quad is eliminated, right?
Yeah, unfortunately the quad killed a teammate and then only picked up 1 additional kill, so this game really, yeah, it's over now. And there was that play from Dibby at the quad and LG, and DX has failed to counter that, but it's caused this, because until then, you know, DX, they were just about ahead for most of the game until that happened.
And that great run by Silencep that we spectated as well. That was really
all
nice.
Set up by Dibby though, and Silencep just takes full advantage, and that's it. The game was won this in a matter of moments.
That was the key moment, really. Taking control of that yellow, when you can do that, and if your opponents do not react quick enough, you can get massive advantage from that. Even just if they had taken reacted to it, then he would have still, neutralizers would have got a good advantage out of it. A couple of frags, bit of damage.
Yeah, because if you look at it, they threw away 4 or 5 kills just going to Dibby 1 by 1. If they'd have all gone, like 3 or 4 of them at the same time, yeah, he'd have probably maybe killed 2, maybe, but he would have been forced away from that position and the map would continue as normal. But their failure to do that just instantly threw the game away.
Yeah, and it wasn't just the frags they lost to him. I mean, you have no army, you have no weapons to fight on the other side of the map. You're just getting mopped up as you're trying to attack the rail position, say, to try and get a rail. Because they know that there's no threat for the shotgun room, only the spawner, so they can just, the rest of the neutralizers team can just pressure them at the lower yellow then.
Yeah,
with their superior stack.
Pressured from rail, keep some people in red to pick up some spawn kills, and make sure they don't, you know, lose items in the red armor. But you know, at that point, it was just so easy for them.